Hey guys, this is Sagar. In this series, we are going to learn something interesting things of Android and Node.js. This series is about CRUD operations in Android and Node.js. This is a quick overview video. So I first start explaining with Android project. So as you can see, this is a Recyclerview with a data, ID, name and profile. So here I have used get method to load all the data, and now I'm going to create a new data in database, right? So I click on this button. Here alert dialog shown. I add something ID, suppose 45. I name it as Gopal, and I add it. I name it as suppose something other name like Loknath, and add it as a profile testers. I click here. I have used HTTP post method to create a data in database. Here data is added into our database, right? So now moving forward, we are going to update this existing data. So I'm going to update this data. Like I long press on it and check this update. Select this update button. So I change it to Loknath Pandit, and I change it to soft tester to suppose I add updated for more clear. I click update button. Here update is success, and here updated data shown our Recyclerview. Now I'm going to delete this data. On this delete option, I have used delete method, HTTP delete method. So I click on it. Now our data is gone and delete success. So in this project, I have used Volley, Android Google Volley, to call the API. So that's it for the Android project. Now I move forward to Node.js backend project. I have created two backend scripts, one for MSSQL database and another for Mysql database. So first I go with MSSQL. I stop this. Here we have four APIs: all users, create user, update user, and delete user. We are going to use express.js to build all these APIs. Now we are going to test all these APIs one by one. First I run this project. I test these APIs in a advanced REST client. It's running now. Yes, it's now running and connected to MSSQL, and I test it one by one. First I go with first I check all users, which get all the data from database. I change it to get method. Here our data is got from database. Now I'm going to show the data that coming from database. Here we have Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, and this is a database, and it contains users table, and this has four data. As you can see here, we have four data. Now we're going to move to our post data, create user API. Now we're going to create a user, right? And we change it to post, and we add the body to it, and we add something random number, suppose 85. Username it is as a LAK, and profile is we add profile to teacher. Here user created data is coming with a 200 OK success. Now first we are going to check whether it is added to or not. I refresh it first. Edit. Here our newly data created in user table with a 85 ID. Now I am going to update this user using this update user API. So I change it to put method, and I also add it here update user. I change it username as update, user as updated, and teacher as updated. Now I am going to hit this send button and update success. Now we are going to check in our database whether it is updated or not. It must be updated in database. Yeah, teacher is a lack is updated and teacher is updated, right? Now only thing is remain how do we delete this data? By using this ID we can delete the data. Now we are going to use this delete user API to delete data. So I use this here, paste it here, delete user, and I change this method type to delete. Now I'm going to use a query parameter. Here I use question mark, user ID, and user ID is 85, and delete is success. Now let's check in the database whether it is a deleted or not. Yeah, data is deleted. 85 data is deleted now. So this is only for MSSQL. Now I move forward to MySQL. So I stop this. Here we have also same APIs, all user, create user, and update user, and delete user to perform the CRUD operation. So first I start this project. So before starting this, I start XAMPP server. Start Apache start with the 8080 port number, and I start MySQL database. This is now started, and now we going to check it in our browser with 8080 phpMyAdmin. Here our phpMyAdmin. Now we going to test all these APIs. So first I change it to all user, and I change it to get, and here we got 3 datas, 1, 2, and 3rd. Now we are going to check. Wait. Here we have database, and our table is user, and we have 3 datas, Sagar, Asim, and Joe. So now we are going to test create user to create the data. I change it to post. I add body. Suppose I added lack and teacher. Suppose same as like previously we added in MSSQL. Here user is created in MySQL database. Let's check in MySQL. I refresh it. Here we have new data in lack and teacher. Again we going to update this update the data using update user API. I change it to update user. Put method with I add something called lack jack Jane. Teacher to businesswoman. Update is success now. Now let's check it in our MSSQL MySQL database. Yeah, it's changed. Lack is changed to lack Jane, and it profile is changed now businesswoman. So that's it for the MySQL script. Now now only thing remain is software requirement for this long series. We have to use Android Studio latest version. For MSSQL, we have to use Microsoft Visual Studio 2019 with a Node.js development, and Microsoft SQL 2017, Microsoft SQL Server Management with the latest version. For MySQL, you have to download XAMPP latest version. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned for next videos. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.